December, the end of the year, this is a prime time for automobile accidents for several reasons. One, deer and elk hitting animals here in Colorado. Did you know that between the month of October and December, something like 40 to 45% of all accidents involving animals take place? That's because it's rutting season. The animals are other things in their mind as opposed to avoiding vehicles. So there are all kinds of accidents. Be really careful. Avoid the deer and elk this time of the year. Second major cause of accidents, which has come up particularly in these last few years, is distracted driving. It's an unfortunate fact that in 2015, there were 12% more fatal accidents in the state of Colorado compared to 2014, and most of them were due to distracted driving. Distracted driving has a number of causes, but principally it's using your cell phone while you're driving, and particularly texting. You cannot text and drive responsibly. It just doesn't work. And then another reason that very often happens is, frankly, people spilling hot coffee on themselves. It causes all kinds of accidents. So distracted driving is becoming a very, very real problem, and people are losing their lives as a result. So be careful. There's just one thing to say in relation to using your cell phone or texting while you're driving. Just don't. Just say to yourself, I'm just not going to do it. This is what I've done. I listen to the phone ring in my car and just refuse to answer it. Well, you might think you've got a Bluetooth system, you press the button in your car and you can have the conversation. That is definitely way better than using your cell phone. But again, I advise you not to do it. How can you be having a detailed conversation either with your family or with a business colleague, and even though you're looking at the road ahead, only part of your mind is focusing on the road. The rest of it is focusing on that phone call. The best answer, as I said earlier, in terms of driving is just don't be distracted with phone calls. And then the third item really to look at very much this time of the year in relation to driving is the tires on your car. You know, those tires that you've been always knowing you needed to replace, but you've been putting it off. Oh, they'll last another 1,000 miles. Those are not going to work in snow and ice. They're going to slip and slide. You're going to have accidents. Don't save yourself perhaps $600, $800 for a new set of tires and have a $20,000 accident and possibly end up in the hospital. Check your tires, make sure they're properly inflated, make sure they've got good tread, and invest in new ones if you need to.